His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa received the Secretary General of the Arab League, Ahmed Abul Ghait, who is visiting the kingdom to attend the 7th annual forum of the Bahrain Center for Strategic, International and Energy Studies, Darasat. His Majesty the King welcomed the Secretary General and his participation in the forum, wishing him and the participants success in enhancing Arab research cooperation to strengthen joint Arab action. His Majesty expressed appreciation for the commendable efforts of the Secretary General to strengthen cooperation and solidarity among Arab countries, defend its just causes of the Arab nation, and preserve its achievements and the security and stability of its people. His Majesty the King affirmed Bahrain's support for the Arab League's efforts, believing in its active role in strengthening joint Arab action and preserving unity and solidarity. For his part, the Secretary General expressed gratitude and appreciation to His Majesty for Bahrain's continued support of the Arab League, enabling it to continue its role in serving Arab causes and promoting Arab action. He also praised the kingdom's principled and honourable positions under the leadership of His Majesty in supporting the causes of the Arab nation and defending its interests. His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa ratified and issued Law No. 43 of 2025 approving the Makkah Al-Mukarramah Convention of the Member States of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation on Anti-Corruption Law Enforcement Cooperation, following its approval by the Shura Council and the Council of Representatives. The Kingdom of Bahrain signed the Makkah Convention on November the 27th, 2024. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa chaired the weekly cabinet meeting at Qadaibiya Palace. The cabinet commended the royal address delivered by His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa on the occasion of Bahrain's national days, the 26th anniversary of His Majesty the King's accession to the throne, and the accompanying national events. The cabinet expressed its appreciation to Bahraini citizens and countries for their congratulatory cables and wishes on this occasion. The cabinet also highlighted the strength of relations between Bahrain and the UAE, noting His Majesty the King's directive to name the Al Arain Wildlife Park after the UAE President, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, and His Highness's reciprocal gesture to name a park in Abu Dhabi after His Majesty the King. The cabinet also noted the celebrations held by the UAE marking Bahrain's national days. In line with the directives of His Majesty the King to accelerate the delivery of 50,000 new housing units, His Royal Highness directed the provision of 7,000 housing services coinciding with the Bahrain's national days, the 26th anniversary of His Majesty's accession to the throne, as well as the accompanying national events. His Royal Highness tasked the Ministry of Housing and Urban Planning with taking the necessary executive measures towards these efforts. In addition, the Cabinet noted the inauguration of the Manama Municipality building by His Royal Highness following its renovation. The building was originally inaugurated in 1962 by the late His Highness Sheikh Isa bin Salman Al Khalifa. The meeting outlined the importance of continuing efforts to provide and further develop social services and support programs for Bahraini citizens by utilizing national resources, ensuring they are prioritized in the services and entitlements in line with the royal directives. This includes continuing to support electricity and water services for Bahraini citizens in their first home, as well as strengthening support programs for low-income individuals, contributing to improving their standard of living and increasing their income. The meeting also stressed the importance of supporting middle-income citizens and households by safeguarding and improving services while working to deliver greater opportunities and expanding prospects for employment for all. The Cabinet emphasized the critical importance of safeguarding public funds and preventing the excessive waste of resources, emphasizing that efficient and responsible spending is essential to serving public interest and achieving the intended objectives. The Cabinet further stressed the necessity of ensuring that social support be directed to those in need and not disproportional consumed by higher income groups. The Cabinet congratulated all those celebrating Christmas in Bahrain and abroad. The Cabinet then reviewed several memorandums submitted by ministerial committees and ministers approving the following: a draft resolution on civil aviation and air departure services aimed at developing the passenger database and facilitating registration procedures, the restructuring of several government agencies aimed at enhancing performance and efficiency, a draft resolution on the Occupational Safety and Health Council, Bahrain's accession to Annex 6 of the International Convention for the Prevention of Pollution from Ships, MARPOL 1973. Reports submitted by the Education and Training Quality Authority. Additionally, the Cabinet noted the following ministerial reports: Bahrain's participation in the 42nd session of the Council of Arab Ministers of Housing and Construction and Arab Forum for Housing and Sustainable Urban Development, Bahrain's participation in the 45th session of the Arab Ministers of Social Affairs Council. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa met with Kuwait's Minister of Information and Culture and Minister of State for Youth Affairs Abdulrahman bin Al at Qutaybiyah Palace. During the meeting, His Royal Highness highlighted the long-standing and historic partnership between the two countries, which continue to be strengthened through the efforts of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and His Highness the Emir of Kuwait, His Highness Sheikh Mash'al Al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah. His Royal Highness affirmed that Bahrain-Kuwait relations are underpinned by collaboration across key sectors and shared interests. His Royal Highness reiterated the importance of further bolstering joint cooperation to expand opportunities across various sectors, particularly in the media, culture and youth fields. Kuwait's Minister Abdulrahman bin Al conveyed the greetings of Kuwait's Emir His Highness Sheikh Mash'al Al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah, the Crown Prince His Highness Sheikh Sabah Al Khalid Al Hamad Al Mubarak Al Sabah, and the Prime Minister His Highness Sheikh Ahmed Abdullah Al Ahmed Al Sabah to His Royal Highness, along with their wishes for continued progress and prosperity for Bahrain. His Royal Highness conveyed his greetings to the Kuwaiti Emir His Highness Sheikh Mash'al Al Ahmed Al Jaber, Crown Prince His Highness Sheikh Sabah Al Khalid, and Prime Minister His Highness Sheikh Ahmed Abdullah Al Ahmed. For his part, Kuwait's Minister Abdulrahman bin Al expressed his gratitude for His Royal Highness's efforts in strengthening Bahrain-Kuwait relations and for the warm hospitality extended to him during his stay in Bahrain. The Minister of Finance and National Economy, Sheikh Salman bin Khalifa Al Khalifa, and several senior officials also attended the meeting. The personal representative of His Majesty the King and Chairman of the Supreme Council for the Environment, the SCE, His Highness Sheikh Abdullah bin Hamad Al Khalifa, praised the royal order issued by His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, naming Al Arain Reserve after the UAE President, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, on the occasion of the UAE's 54th National Day. His Highness affirmed that the royal order reflects the depth of the strong fraternal relations between Bahrain and the UAE and the advanced levels of bilateral cooperation. His Highness noted the keenness of His Majesty the King and His Highness the UAE President to strengthen fraternal relations, to advance cooperation and achieve the common aspirations of the two countries. His Highness also affirmed that this step comes in recognition of the leading role of His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed in supporting environmental and sustainability issues and protecting wildlife at the regional and international levels. He noted that the reserve is one of the most prominent environmental landmarks in Bahrain, and that naming it the Mohammed bin Zayed Nature Reserve enhances efforts to preserve biodiversity and develop wildlife protection programs in line with the Sustainable Development Goals and Bahrain's future vision. His Highness emphasized that the SCE will continue to implement national environmental initiatives and strengthen regional and international partnerships to protect and preserve natural resources for future generations. The reserve is home to a diverse range of local and regional wildlife and serves as a center for the scientific breeding and propagation of many rare species, as well as an educational and research facility that supports national efforts in environmental protection and wildlife conservation. In implementation of the royal vision of His Majesty the King and upon the directives of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister on the continued development of social services for citizens, the executive and legislative authorities held a joint meeting to discuss proposed initiatives for the development of public finances. The Representatives Council Speaker Ahmed Limsallam affirmed the keenness of the legislative and executive authorities to continue strengthening constructive cooperation to achieve the goals of the comprehensive development process under the leadership of His Majesty the King. He praised the directives of His Royal Highness on continuing to provide electricity and water support to citizens in their primary residences and enhancing support for low-income individuals, in addition to preserving the middle class as the pillar of society and working to enhance its purchasing power. The Shura Council Chairman Ali Al-Saleh affirmed that this meeting reflects the partnership and integration between the two authorities and the shared commitment to strengthening cooperation and coordination, which contributes to the development of the social services system and improving its efficiency. The Deputy Prime Minister Sheikh Khalid bin Abdullah Al Khalifa expressed pride in the constructive cooperation and partnership between the executive and legislative authorities and noted the importance of this joint meeting, which marks an important milestone in joint national efforts. The Minister of Finance and National Economy, Sheikh Salman bin Khalifa Al Khalifa, also affirmed that the initiatives proposed during the meeting are in line with the keenness of His Royal Highness to continue providing and developing social services for citizens and utilizing all national resources for the benefit of citizens and giving priority to citizens in services and entitlements. During a meeting, a number of important initiatives were discussed that contribute to the development of public finances and improving the standard of living for citizens. The Minister of Justice and Islamic Affairs and Waqf Nawaf Al-Maawda and the President of the Royal University for Women, Professor Riyadh Hamza, signed a cooperation memorandum to enhance academic and professional collaboration between the Judicial and Legal Studies Institute and the University in Legal Studies and Vocational Training. In this regard, the Minister emphasized the importance of this cooperation in supporting legal and professional development programs that advances national legal competencies and enables them to acquire modern skills that meet the requirements of legal and judicial work. For his part, Professor Hamza expressed pride in signing the memorandum with the ministry. He emphasized the university's aspirations for an effective partnership that contributes to the development of legal education and the exchange of academic and professional expertise. The director of the Judicial and Legal Studies Institute, Judge Dr. Riyadh Siadi, said that signing the cooperation memorandum represents a strategic step towards further developing the quality of professional legal training in Bahrain and linking practical aspects with academic ones. The Minister of Information, Dr. Ramzan bin Abdullah Naimi, received the Kuwaiti Minister of Information and Culture and Minister of State for Youth Affairs, Abdurrahman Baddah Lamtairi. Dr. Naimi highlighted the long-standing relations between Bahrain and Kuwait, rooted in strong historical ties and solid foundations of cooperation and integration. He noted that these relations are supported by His Majesty the King and His Highness the Emir of Kuwait. The meeting reviewed efforts to enhance cooperation in the media and cultural sectors. Discussions focused on exchange exchanging expertise and experiences to advance joint media initiatives, enhance their professional impact, and expand regional and international presence. The meeting also discussed developments in the media landscape, current challenges, and ways to improve Gulf media coordination in line with rapid transformations in the sector. On the sidelines of the meeting, Minister Al-Mtairi, accompanied by Dr. Al-Naimi and several ministry officials, toured the Ministry of Information complex, including the National Communication Center, the main news studio, and Radio Bahrain building. For his part, Minister Al-Mtairi commended the significant development of Bahrain's media sector and its efforts to enhance joint Gulf media cooperation, highlighting how these initiatives support shared aspirations and the broader interests of the GCC states. In the presence of the Minister of Information, Dr. Ramzan bin Abdullah Naimi, the Kuwaiti Minister of Information and Culture and Minister of State for Youth Affairs, Abdurrahman Baddah Al-Mtairi, visited the Muharraq Nights Festival held on the occasion of Bahrain's National Day, the 26th anniversary of His Majesty the King's accession to the throne, and the accompanying national events. They were received by the President of the Bahraini Authority for Culture and Antiquities, Sheikh Khalifa bin Ahmed bin Abdullah Al Khalifa, along with several officials. Dr. Naimi noted that the Muharraq Nights Festival, held along the UNESCO-listed Pearling Path, is among Bahrain's national cultural projects aimed at showcasing and preserving its authentic heritage. The festival also reinforces Bahrain's position as a leading cultural and tourism destination by highlighting the rich legacy of the historic city of Muharraq. During the visit, the Kuwaiti minister toured the festival's various events and performances, which reflects the cultural and human character of Muharraq and the richness of Bahrain's diverse cultural identity. He expressed admiration for the festival's excellent organization, commending Bahrain's dedication to preserving its heritage and celebrating shared Gulf cultural values. In the presence of the Minister of Information, Dr. Ramzan bin Abdullah Naimi, the Kuwaiti Minister of Information and Culture, and Minister of State for Youth Affairs, Abdurrahman bin Dahl Mtayri, visited the Heritage Village in Ras Hayyan on the occasion of Bahrain's National Day, the 26th anniversary of His Majesty the King's accession to the throne, and the accompanying national events. Dr. Naimi noted that the Heritage Village reflects Bahrain's authentic identity and its deep-rooted Gulf heritage, uniting the region through shared values and traditions. He noted that the festival provides a platform to showcase national heritage, strengthen identity, and pass cherished traditions to future generations. During their tour, both ministers viewed various cultural and artistic displays, including traditional performances and crafts, and attended a musical presentation by the Bahrain Choir, blending heritage with modern creativity. Al-Mtayri praised the festival's organization and its role in promoting Bahrain's national identity and rich cultural legacy, as well as reinforcing shared Gulf cultural ties. Under the patronage of His Majesty the King, the This is Bahrain Society organised its annual festival as part of the ongoing series of events and festivities marking the Kingdom's National Days celebrations, the 26th anniversary of His Majesty the King's accession to the throne, and the accompanying national events. The festival was held in the presence of the Minister of Social Development, Osama Al-Alawi, with the participation of several embassies, representatives from foreign communities, clubs, schools, and civil society organisations. The event showcased the unity of Bahraini society, highlighting the important role of national events in promoting community initiatives that enhance Bahrain's civilized image, strengthen national identity, and reinforce values of coexistence and openness. Artistic performances and diverse musical programs were central to the festival, vividly illustrating the principles of coexistence and tolerance within Bahraini culture. This celebration serves as a testament to the cohesion and diversity of Bahraini society, fostering feelings of belonging and loyalty amongst participants. The Celebrate Bahrain Festival at the Heritage Village in Ras Hayyan provides visitors with an opportunity to engage with and celebrate Bahraini heritage. The festival offers a complete cultural and entertainment experience that highlights aspects of Bahraini identity by blending traditional folklore with modernity. In addition to daily events and cultural and artistic activities, this year's edition has witnessed a significant improvement in organization and an increase in the number of participants, folk groups, further solidifying the festival's position as a national and tourist destination that reflects the uniqueness and richness of Bahraini culture. The festival is a comprehensive and family-friendly destination that reflects the authentic national and social atmosphere of Bahrain. The fourth edition of the Mharraq Nights Festival offers a comprehensive program of creative activities and interactive sessions in the historic city. The festival provides visitors with cultural and educational experiences that introduce them to Mharraq's history and heritage through diverse content that blends traditional and modernity. The events reflect the city's connection to the marine environment and pearl diving heritage, alongside a number of workshops inspired by the local environment and dialogue sessions for exchanging practical experiences. The Mharraq Nights Festival continues until December the 30th along the Pearling Path, recognized by the UNESCO World Heritage Site. The chairman of the Bahrain Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Samir Nas, led the chamber's delegation at the 136th session of the Union of Arab Chambers Council in Cairo, with the participation of delegations from 18 Arab countries. Nas emphasized that under the leadership of His Majesty the King, Bahrain continues to support joint Arab action through active participation in Arab initiatives and projects aimed at promoting economic integration. He also affirmed that the chamber plays an active role in the Arab Chambers Union by proposing initiatives and visions that support sustainable development. Nas pointed out the importance of unifying the efforts of the Arab private sector to face economic challenges, develop intra-regional trade, and encourage joint investment to enhance the competitiveness of Arab economies in light of global changes. He called for the adoption of medium and long-term economic strategies and channeling Arab investments towards strategic projects that ensures sustainable economic growth and strengthening the Arab presence on the international stage. The chairman of the Bahrain Chamber of Commerce and Industry, BCCI, Samir Nas, and Ala Omar El Ali, chairman of the Federation of Syrian Chambers of Commerce, discussed prospects for economic and trade cooperation between Bahrain and Syria and ways to develop bilateral relations in a manner that serves the common interests of both countries. The meeting took place as part of the Bahrain Chamber's participation in the 136th session of the Union of Arab Chambers Council on Egypt, in the presence of BCCI's first vice chairman, Khalid Najibi, and CEO Atif Al-Khaja. During the meeting, both sides emphasized the importance of strengthening institutional cooperation between the Bahrain Chamber and the Syrian Chamber of Commerce Union, and the need to exchange visits and trade delegations to expand investment opportunities and develop economic relations. The National Guard headquarters continues preparations for hosting the first military pace-taking competition for GCC countries, with a high level of readiness and attention to all organizational and technical details. These preparations are an integrated process combining systematic training and joint coordination, reflecting the cooperation among the participants and highlighting the pivotal role of the National Guard in organizing this regional event, which is an important milestone in strengthening military communication and the exchange of experiences at the GCC level.
And the preparation for this competition involves a very structured approach to training in terms of synchronization, timing, bearing and turnout. And equal emphasis is placed on teamwork and command and control, because drill is all about unity and discipline. As you know, this is the first ever GCC drill competition and being organized by the Bahrain National Guard. And this reflects the deep trust and mutual respect between Pakistan Army and Bahrain National Guard. And being the only non-GCC country invited to this competition, this invitation alone reflects the deep trust that is there between Pakistan Army and Bahrain National Guard. Here, I would also like to specially mention and praise the efforts of Commander Bahrain National Guard, His Highness General Sheikh Mohammed bin Isa Al Khalifa, who made this event possible. And we hope that this continues, and we are very excited to be here. We are looking forward to a healthy competition, and we are thankful for the hospitality extended by the Kingdom of Bahrain and the Bahrain National Guard.